I stumbled upon some of my old pictures from my recent trip to Coorg and found these pictures. I like to click the pictures of the plants I see and make notes about them. I get to watch how a plant changes across seasons as time passes by. Do you want to see the pictures I clicked? Let me take you through some of my observations of plants that I saw on my trip. One of the very first plants I clicked was Brachi. You know, Brachi is believed to have some medicinal value. They grow to a short height and are green throughout. Their stems are also green and tender. They have few branches that can easily be plucked. Such plants are called herbs. When I look at the characteristics of Brachi, it reminds me of the basil plant growing in my backyard. Can you think of some other herbs that you may have seen? What other plants are found in Coorg? Let's scroll through. Coorg is actually famous for these plantations. Do you know which plant I'm speaking of? Yes, it is the coffee plant. It doesn't grow very tall. It's about my height. The plant has woody stems that are not easy to break. There are many branches close to the base. These branches don't divide further and are covered with green leaves. The coffee plant is an example of a shrub. During the flowering season, there are beautiful bunches of white flowers on the shrub that smell quite nice and attract a lot of insects. In the next season, berries emerge in the place of flowers. These berries are the source of the coffee beans. Have you noticed other shrubs around you? You know what? There is another plant that is commonly grown along with coffee. These are pepper plants. They are also commonly grown in coffee plantations. It is a climber. They have woody stems. Even then, these climbers need support from surroundings to grow upward. The leaves are green. It has white flowers. During the monsoons, they bear pepper fruits. The pepper changes color from green to red and is then finally dried to get the black one we use in the kitchen. Not all climbers have woody stems. There's a bitter gourd climber in my backyard that has weak stems. It takes support from the surroundings to grow. In fact, a lot of vegetables are climbers. You know, some climbers take support of tall trees. Let's look at these trees. This is the fig tree. Fig fruits come from this tree. It is a huge, magnificent tree. It has a really strong woody stem. There is a main trunk with many branches way above the ground. All these branches divide further and are covered with leaves. These make a huge canopy. Some figs also have roots emerging from branches above, growing towards the ground. The odd thing about figs is that one never sees any flowers on them, only the berries or the fruit. Do you know that fig fruits are actually their flowers, hidden into fruit-like covering? Talking about fruits to eat, during my trip to Coorg, I had the joy of tasting some delicious pumpkins. Those pumpkins were being grown in a patch on the side of the house. You know, the pumpkin plant is a creeper. It has a non-woody green stem that runs along the ground. Pumpkin has yellow flowers. Flowers shed and they make way for the heavy pumpkin fruit. You know, pumpkin is used in sweets and is also used to make lanterns in some cultures. Do you think all creepers have heavy fruits and that's why they stay on the ground? That's not true. I really learn a lot from observing these plants. Observe the plants around you. Notice their stems, their leaves, flowers, and fruits. Look at what animals, birds, and insects visit them. Actually, why don't you also try to keep a journal of all these wonderful observations? And remember, we stay curious.